A term that's being talked about a lot more recently is parentification. Have you heard of it before? If not, in this video, I'm going to be answering a few questions about what parentification is, and I'll also be sharing some of its impact on mental health as well. My name is Emmanuel, and here at Sandstone Care, we help teens and young adults recover from mental health challenges, addiction, and substance abuse. More about us and how we'd like to help you at the end. Let's get into this video. What is the definition of parentification? Parentification is when a child is made to take on the role of an adult. It's when a child's life becomes disrupted and they take on the responsibilities that are usually reserved for parents or caregivers. Some of these responsibilities include being a caretaker to the younger siblings, cleaning, cooking, grocery shopping, and in some cases where there's less emotional stability within the household, parentified children can even be expected to give advice to parents, or even worse, they listen to the parents talk about their own problems without the parents listening to the child's problems. Like I mentioned earlier, this term is growing because parentification is becoming an even bigger issue today. It is okay and healthy to give children some tasks to help around the house and to help them learn how to be responsible. But the concern here is that in most cases, many parentified children grow up to be adults with lost childhoods who may have developed unhealthy attachment patterns, mental health disorders, or even substance abuse disorders. This does lead us into the next question, which is, how does being parentified affect mental health? Before answering this, it's important to note that nobody's mental health is the same. Some parentified children grow up to become highly responsible, empathetic young adults, while others may struggle with developing trust for others or have even more difficulty with codependency. So for this video, I'm going to focus more on the negative ways that parentification can affect children. Here are a few. Again, they may struggle developing trust with others. They are more prone to forming unhealthy and even violent adult relationships. There's an increased risk of chronic physical illness. There's an increased risk of developing mental health disorders like depression and anxiety. Due to struggling to function independently, there's this difficulty again with codependency. And lastly, parentified children may struggle with their education, landing job opportunities, or increasing their own earning potential. As you can see from these effects, it's important that more people become aware of the negative impacts of parentification, because if a child who then becomes an adult does not understand that they may need to heal, that now adult may struggle with these complex and difficult challenges for the rest of their lifetime. So it's important for them to learn what this term means so that way they can heal a lot sooner. The next question we're going to answer here is, well, how do you heal from parentification? A great place to start is understanding that you can heal from parentification by getting in touch with your inner child and addressing your underlying trauma in therapy. A lot of parentified children do not get the chance to experience the freedoms that's generally reserved for children. The truth is, as a child, you depend upon your parents for all the basics like food, clothing, safety, and security, but beyond these basic needs, you also had to have this unconditional love, acceptance, and a sense of belonging from your primary caregivers. But when these needs aren't being met, you might be feeling some of these effects that I mentioned earlier from these unmet needs. So how do you begin healing? Well, as an adult, you can give yourself the things that you need that you didn't get as a child. You can reach out and join different support groups, so that way you're surrounded with other people who will understand the struggle that you're going through and are working through it themselves. Another option is talking with a therapist. Seeking help from a psychotherapist or mental health counselor can truly help you deal with the trauma of adverse childhood experiences. Now, after hearing these options, I completely understand that you might struggle to ask for help, or you might struggle with trusting anyone else with telling them about what you're going through if you're parentified yourself. But that's exactly why I want to stress to you that going to a support group can be a great place to begin to hear stories of others who went through similar issues as you did. And talking with a therapist is healthy, so you can let it out instead of keeping it all inside. You don't have to figure all this out on your own. There are options out there that can help at a time that works best for you. Parentification is real, and it is a growing issue in our society. So I hope that after hearing this information, you feel like you're more informed of what parentification is, so that way, if you have children yourself, you allow them to be children and have this fun and have the freedom without adult responsibilities. Now, if you feel like you are a parentified child yourself, and as an adult today, you notice that you are struggling with a few of the things I mentioned earlier in this video, remember, seek out those support groups and therapists to begin your healing process right now. If you don't know where to start looking, here at Sandstone Care, we do have mental health professionals that you can contact right now that will be more than happy to help point you in the right direction. At Sandstone, we offer treatment programs for teens and young adults that struggle with mental health challenges, addictions, and substance abuse. So we do have the proper resources to help you get through this moment in your life. You can talk with a Sandstone Care member right now by live chatting them at sandstonecare.com or contacting them using the number you see down below. By using this contact information, you will be talking with a real person that will want to get to know you and your situation. You don't have to go through this alone. We are here for you and we can help. All right, that's all from me. If you have any other questions that you would like Sandstone Care to answer, just make sure to leave them in the comment section down below and we will make sure to respond as soon as possible. I hope this video shed some light on what parentification is and was a helpful resource for you. Thank you for your time. Have a good one.